All right, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000, the rest of the elect. This lesson shouldn't be too long. I have a few precepts and a few words to go into, and a video. Now, this video here, which I could have split it up, but if you see this video circulating around social media, most likely they're only going to show you half of the video, which I'll go ahead and play.
This is so upsetting. Look how racist this is, man. This says that these are looters going through a home. Like, this is that single mom I posted yesterday with her kid. And I can't believe this. I just can't believe it.
We were talking to Elijah about this a little bit ago. You guys got a lot of your friends. Kind of tell us how this all came together. You got a lot of stuff out. What did you get?
I don't know what they got. They just helped. I can't even tell you what they got. It just went up in flames, and they got what they could get. I can't tell you what they got. It's burned in the back, and around there, it's not even livable.
And how many of y'all live here?
Me and my 3 kids.
You don't know where you're going next?
Nope, but I'm going somewhere.
And tell me, how did you get all these? Were these all friends, family?
They are. My brothers work for the city of Pasadena. They wet the vegetation before the firefighters came. The Compton firefighters is the only ones who really put the water out here and everything. The city of Pasadena employees wet the vegetation and prevented it from getting all the fire out here.
Now, you see from the video, now if you pay attention to, because the video here is not showing the whole house, but you pay attention, this is that same house from that first video that was chopped up and is circulating, that is saying these people were looting, when in reality they were helping, a mother and her 3 children get the stuff out of the house before the fires reached. And what you'll see, even though this video is out there, the people, they don't care. There's people correcting them, saying that there's video out here that they weren't looters. And this is important because I've seen, I've seen a brother post this same video, thinking that they were looters, which, hey, he didn't know. But just so you don't get caught up in stuff like this, because hey, you without knowing, without getting the full picture, because people will be like, oh, always black, they're actually looting, the usual suspects, and these are all, proverbs and bywords, but these people don't care that the facts are out there, that these are actual. And this guy wants to bring back crucifixions, and we can expect to see that when we know we're in New Rome, and we can expect to see the Roman methods of torture coming back. And we know these people, they hate Jake. They want to kill us. They want to kill us off. They want to get rid of us. Esau wants that birthright back, and they have a deep hatred towards Jake. All these nations do. But let me see here. Always stealing, this, that, whatever. You can pause the video and play it, whatever. But the point being is, hey, these things happen. You show the video. The video will circulate. It'll show one angle, but you're not getting the full picture. And when you look at it, you had the fire department out there, all these things, but people are looting. Meanwhile, this is the only video that I've seen circulating saying that people are looting during the fires going on in Cali. But while there are videos I see of National Guard, those troops being built up, lined up, or whatnot, but this is the only video that I've seen, and I pay attention to the frequencies of what's going on the what do you call it, on the algorithms. And hey, it's just it's ridiculous. But anyways, Salaki for the long ramble and all that. This ain't even gonna be, shouldn't be that long of a lesson. But this is Ecclesiasticus, or chapter 11 and verse 7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke. So, hey, that first video, yeah, that looked like, they showed the young Jake carrying the bags off. You know, the people lifting the TV out, doing a team carry of the TV out of the house. While, hey, the news, all these people, they spin it like that. These people are doing it for clicks. These people are doing it for themselves. But the reality was, what was the reality? They were helping this woman move her stuff out of the house before the fire got to the house. That's the reality of the situation. So, again, Sirach 11 and verse 7, blame not before thou hast examined the truth, understand first and then rebuke. So they weren't doing anything wrong. They were actually doing something commendable. But these people on the comment boards, all these people that hate Jake so much that they say they see Jake doing anything, they want to blame him, accuse him of something. But hey, they weren't doing anything wrong. And this is again in the GNT, Sirach 11 and verse 7 in the GNT. Before you start criticizing, get your facts straight and think the matter through. So, hey, these people, they get your facts straight. Make sure, were they really looting? Were there reports of looting? Most of these people don't even care that much. They just want to say, oh, these people these are looters. These are thieves. Go get, kill them. Just kill them. Bring back crucifixion. But not even examine the matter. Was that really, not even looking more into it? Was this really a looter? Because, hey, the fact checkers aren't around anymore. Facebook ain't doing the fact checking bullshit no more. So now it's up to you. Now you're responsible for doing your own fact checks. You know, it used to be whenever Facebook or Instagram, whatever, would come out with their fact check, that's how you knew this shit was, if they said it was false, that's how you knew it was true, you know, or whatever. But, you know, hey, they're not doing that no more. So now people can post whatever. Nobody's going to come and correct them. I mean, people on the comment board will, but they'll still run with that bullshit. They'll just run with what they want to run with. They do not care about truth. So this is, I just have a few words. I don't have any actual scriptures. Well, I do have scriptures tied to it, but this is just some etymology. So for defamation, this is defamation in the wiktionary.org. It says, the act of injuring another person's reputation by any slanderous communication, written or oral, the wrong of maliciously injuring the good name of another. While the people's names aren't mentioned in the video, but that's still injurious to them, you know, because, hey, you're calling them thieves. You're calling them looters, this, that, whatever, saying they should be put to death when all they weren't doing anything worthy of death. Slander. This is a false or unsupported malicious statement, spoken, not written. So this has to be spoken out loud, even though you can guarantee they're saying this. But hey, this was on comment board, so this wouldn't be slander. It would be the other one, defamation. So false or unsupported malicious statement, spoken, not written, especially one which is injurious to a person's reputation, the making of such statements. So calling, you know, saying those Jakes were looters, saying black people are looters and thieves and all this stuff, putting that on all Jake or all so-called black people, all so-called Latinos, Native Americans, saying that all about them, when it's not true. We know that 2/3 of our people are wicked. You know, but does that make all of Israel all thieves and liars and killers and this, that? No. Let's look here. A baseless accusation. A baseless accusation is a claim, and this is just a quick Google. A baseless accusation is a claim or allegation that is untrue and lacks supporting evidence. Other terms for baseless accusation include false accusation, groundless accusation, unfounded accusation, false claim, and unsubstantiated allegation. So a claim or allegation that is untrue and lacks supporting evidence. So it's baseless because even in that video, you can't tell anything from that. Yeah, it looks that way. It looks like they were looting and stealing. Slacky. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pardon me. So, where was I? 8. And the only thing that they have there is that video and how it appears, and the caption that somebody put saying that people were looting, which they took off from another channel apparently. So let's just go ahead and get back into the scriptures. And Jake, you're under the curses. You're under these curses. You are surrounded by your enemies. You are surrounded by the enemies of other nations, the enemies of your own people. You are surrounded by enemies all around you. You are behind enemy lines. Your number one enemy being Esau Edom, of course. And he is trying desperately, fighting tooth and nail to get his birthright back. He's accusing us to the Heavenly Father. He's accusing us to whoever will listen, and he's trying to get that birthright back. So, and while at the same time, and we're under these curses. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So, hey, guess what? We fit this because we failed to keep Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's commandments. Guess what? We're guilty of sinning. We're guilty against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We've transgressed against him. You know, hey, we are guilty. And through the blood of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hey, we can have that guilty sentence pardoned. You know, and that's what you see, you know, with starting with the apostles, the elders, the men that taught them on down of Great Millstone. Hey, that's what you see us trying to do. We're trying to get a pardon for all our transgressions. So again, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So all these curses written here from Deuteronomy chapter 28:15 on down. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall lead thee. So it will be an astonishment, meaning that it will be like a horror, an appallment. People are appalled to see us. This is H8047 Shema. This is by implication an astonishment. Let's look up that word real quick because hey, it's good. It's good to look up words. You know, pardon me, man. I'm getting better, but today I'm sneezing. You know, yesterday my throat was messed up. You know, trying to talk, and then today I'm sneezing. You know, but it beats having a headache. I tell you that. It beats having a fever. It beats any of that. Hey, being able to still be able to call on the name Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Hey, that beats anything. This is come on now. Okay, we're gonna use the feeling or experience of being astonished or great surprise, something very surprising. Loss of mental faculties, inability to think or use one's senses, loss of composure or presence of mind. So you'll be a surprise to people. People are going to be surprised by you. Let's look here. A desolation, a waste, or wonderland, horror. Let's look up that horror. Horror is a feeling of intense fear, disgust, or shock. So, people are horrified by Jake, whether it be a disgust. If people are disgusted by Jake, just look at Jake. You see Jake at the. I mean, you ain't even got to go to the gas station. You can look at gas station videos. Just pull up a gas station compilation. It'll be Jake all pulled up in there. They're horror. This is a disgust. Pull up a Jake party video or whatever like that. It's a horror. So part of the curses, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall lead thee. So we were scattered into all nations. So amongst every nation, we're going to be talked bad about. Let's look at this word for byword. This is a proverb or proverbial expression, common saying, a frequently used word or phrase. So there's phrases that like nigger, which is a word, or phrases like basketball people, thieves, thugs, a characteristic word or expression, a word or phrase associated with a person or group. So when you think of thug or basketball person or nigger, you think of a certain type of person. Not just a certain type of person. You just think of a black person. It could be anybody. It could be a caricature with the big red lips and the dark face and all that shit. This is the curses that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has us under. We would be proverbs, we would be bywords, we would be these things. This is a proverb, a striking or paradoxical assertion, an obscure saying, a familiar illustration, a subject of contemptuous reference, meaning that they have disgust or so that's us all day. We're under these curses, and this is the last part we're going to get into. Part of the commandments and pretty much like one of the first precepts that I thought of, in the lesson was that when you're going to testify, you got to tell the truth. You got to always keep that in mind. You're telling the truth, always telling the truth. And you just can't give the matter what you think in your mind, or just because you don't like these people, whatever like that. Because Esau, Edom. Here, I'll just go ahead and read this. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So even though these commandments were given, we were living amongst the Israelites, and now we're scattered amongst all these. Now we're scattered amongst all these different nations. And Esau, Edom has taken this book amongst themselves. But this still stands. This is good to know. This is good business. Because the scriptures, the law, statutes, commandments, they give life. So thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So you going around saying that these people were looting and stealing and all this stuff, you're bearing false witness. Because the evidence is out there showing that they weren't looters, they weren't stealing. But it's saying Esau Edom's case, the so-called white man. Now, if we said that he robbed, he pillaged, he raped the land, this land here, would that make us a liar? Would we be bearing false witness against him? No, because that's what he did here. Here it is. He robbed the so-called Native Americans and northern tribes of this land. He made treaties with them. He broke every treaty. He killed them. He murdered them. Drove them off the land. and then took over the land, put them in reservations. And then when they found, oil reserves on the reservations, found a way to weasel themselves into their families, marry into their families, then kill off the families, and then take over that land and get that oil. So this man has a history of this. But if we say this against him, if we bring up charges against him, we're not bearing false witness. But with things like this, now Jake does do a lot of stealing. And you see that a lot in the videos, but hey, this instance here, no, this is no, this is you're bearing false witness. And I'm gonna close out with this. And Lord Wilderness is edifying, and I had to sneeze. This is Exodus chapter 23 and verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. So, matter of fact, let me see if I can get that in the NLT. So, an unrighteous report. Let me do one thing at a time here. I'm going to pull this up in the Bible Hub. This is NLT right here. The NLT, Exodus 23 and 1. You must not pass along false rumors. You must not cooperate with evil people by lying on the witness stand. So, hey, do not pass around. Look, you got to look into that information. Is it true? Is it not true? If it's not true, hey, then you can't say that it's true. Let me see again. Let's see. It says in the Amplified, you shall not give a false report. You shall not join hands with the wicked to be a malicious wicked, promoting wrong and violence. And what were they doing? They were calling the people to be those people that were helping. They were calling for them to be put to death. So, hey, Lord Wilderness is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of you. Like, hey, we're almost out of here. Hey, Shalom.